Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you can hear me okay. It's Don Joy, the boy, King Leal the third, whatever the fuck you want to call me. It's important information about the sales game, what is sales and stuff like that. The first phase is when you have a product, that means you have an idea or whatever. The first thing everybody thinks is, oh, let me tell everybody in the world. Let me tell everybody. Make sure everybody got opportunity to make sure you can reach everybody, so the people who are interested and looking for that can be like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, labeling it right or whatever. The second phase is where you deal with the target market of people that just are. In the first phase, you're gonna get a lot of no, fuck you, get out of my face, all that shit. The second phase is these people are, they know what you're talking about. They're into it. If it's fishing or rap music or whatever, they're like, oh yeah, they can have a conversation with you about music or whatever. And then the next phase after that is after they try your product, your idea, whatever it is, whether it be a party idea, fucking song lyric, whatever it is that can't drop into your fucking head, and you're like, oh, this. The people in the target market came to you and they're like, I like that, and then they used it. They used whatever your idea was, whether they bought it, whether they bartered for it, whether they played bass on the song and you wrote all the lyrics that this person's gonna sing. Whatever it is, they got to use your product that came from you. Now the third phase is after these people have used your product, they're coming back for more. So that's the audience phase. The second phase is branding, and the first one I don't even fucking know what that is, but I'm saying this because of this. If you are involved in any type of brand, I think don't really worry about getting paid or nothing like that, because bartering, at the end of the day, money was invented before money people was doing things to live. So don't worry about damn, this shit getting, once that tooth left, my teeth started moving around. But so don't worry about getting paid or setting a price or nothing like that. But do put yourself in a position to where people can come to you for things for that brand. My brand, I've been branding it for many years: girls, pot, and rap. So that's, I go out into the world looking for things like that, and I can tell when I'm like just going into the mall area of my life, and I just start looking into history and just crap, to where I'm just like shopping what's in the mall of life, and then I'll come back to my store, put up the new posters of the new rap I just listened to and stuff like that. In the model of sales. So, but yeah, if you have a brand, if you do have a brand, like if you realize, oh, this is what I've been doing. Oh, I've been gardening all my life. I've been, or I've been playing tennis for many years. Like that's part of you branding. You're helping brand tennis. Tennis is branding you. You look for the new deals on tennis shit and all that, whatever, right? You may not have broken into the third part of sales, which is really a confidence game. It really, really is a confidence game, because if you don't have anything, you have yourself. And, like you always say, you sell yourself and stuff like that. So, if you're in that first phase of like meeting everybody, that just means you don't have really a lot of confidence. And then you get more into who you are, and then you start to brand your own self. That's just bugging me. I look like a fucking dog. Boy, I need some help. I'm gonna get all this shit fixed. Anyway, so you go to the next phase, and you get more into who you are, because you're not just a person, you're actually you. My hair is not blonde, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a woman, this is more into my brand, right? And the more confident you become in your brand, the more you're going to walk right past people who aren't interested in your brand or who don't like your brand at all. Like, you don't really care because you're like heavy involved in your brand. You know people that do like it. You know people that like you. You know people that have bought from you and come back for more. So I'm making this video here for whoever finds it, to urge you to go in from this. This is where I'm at, obviously. I'm in the branding, and I've always been trying to get to that audience phase to where I can start providing for people who are into my brand, because I feel like I've done pretty good, taste testing, refining my taste, in my brand. I think I know good rap. I know what good pot is, I know what a good girl is. These are things that I've learned in this brand. So I have a high quality taste level of pot, a high level of quality for rap, a high level of quality taste for girls. I know what a good time is with girls, pot, and rapping, and so I've really done well in my brand. But I just been really stuck in that second part to where I haven't made myself available. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll go to the next part here. I don't have a store. I don't have an online store. I don't work for some company. So I was like, what can I do? And you can just do you. You can just, if you have a phone number, you can just start providing, for people. And making yourself say, hey, I provide these things, hit me up. Or just when you're even talking to people, just say, hey, I got these things right here. If you want to get hooked up with this playlist I created, would you be interested in that? That's it. That takes them out of the first, you offered it to everybody. Now they're moving into the second part if they are interested in that or not. They may not be. They may just like country music, or they may just like rap and not rock, or whatever your thing is, So after you offer it, you did your job. Then it's up to them to like what you have to offer. You can't sell people on they have to buy for themselves. Like you can just say, hey, I got this to offer over here. And once they say, you got what? And they're clear on what you're offering, you're done. You're done. The rest of the work is you getting the product right, getting it together to where it's something that you would enjoy yourself, So like, damn, this is some good rap. Fuck yeah. And then you walking down the street, hey, what's going on? Oh, okay. Or at the counter checking out. I've done this several times. Oh yeah, I made a new song. Here's my card. You can check it out there. They might throw it in the trash, but somebody who likes music that I make or can smell my brand, they might look into it. So if you don't have a store, or if you don't have a online store, or you're not working for some major label or some big brand you're promoting, don't worry about it. But I do want to urge you to take it upon yourself. Make yourself be the store. Make yourself be the center for the source. You are the exchange. You're the trader. Things are going through you. And it's okay. If you have a number or an email, you can get started like that right away. You have a body and an email and a phone number. You can start trading. You can spend hours online all day just saying, this is shit, this is good. And then at the end of the day, you have a bunch of good shit. And then maybe at the end of next week, so many things from the good pile came over here and made it to the excellent pile. So when you meet a stranger, you can say, hey, I know 10 excellent songs. Are you interested in, what I'm saying? I've listened to these songs a bunch. I know they're great. You can, whatever your idea is, fishing spots. I know fishing spots, Are you offering that to people? You know what I'm saying? Or are they just seeing a person walk by that they don't even know? You have to do your job. Then they say, oh, okay, he's into this. Cool, me too. Now let me see what you got. Oh, well, here's what I got. Yeah, don't start upselling once they come into the store or once they show interest. the product is they're gonna see something in it, they go, oh yeah, I like that, or not, or toil, or maybe I should get this or not. That's up to them. You know, the amount of money or the amount of sales or revenue you create is determined on, you know, how much of the population of the planet did you work to say, hi guys, this is what I have to offer. How many languages did you say that in? Did you only do it during the AM hours? Did you do it during the PM? Did you do it forever? You don't have to do it forever. You just have to tell everyone who can fucking use your product. You have to take it on yourself. Everyone who can use what I have to offer, I have to make my job to let them know. Even if I use other people to help me, that's the point for the first stage. The second is if they're interested and they contact you. You got to make that the phone number, the email, they have to reach you. And then you have to, it's like I said, it's not always about money or nothing like that. It's just give them what you have, an idea, a product, something you can do, a backflip. If you can do a fucking backflip and you're like, hey y'all, I do backflips at parties. Fuck yeah, man, I ain't met nobody did a backflip in a minute. Fuck yeah. And they say, yeah, come over and you dress up and do some whatever, a backflip during the party. They may feed you and pat you on the back and buy you. Well, they fed you. Everyone has that sense of that exchange. What did you bring to the party? What am I going to give you? You know, they can feel what's fair and what not. You know, and the way money works, if people have it, they're gonna give it to you. People don't love money. You know, I had money before. When you have it, you just use it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody sitting back with a pile of money and like petting it. You might have gold or jewelry like that, but not cash. You don't do that with cash. People use money like to tip you. You know, they'll use it bad sometimes and throw it at you. So like if they got the money, they're gonna give you the money first. That's easy. If you know anything about money, thank the Lord, I learned that. That's what they get rid of first. If they don't got money, they're gonna do some other shit. Well, okay, you're the contact, you're the trader, you are the middleman. You don't need a company, you don't need a business, you just have you. Look at your life where you're at now. The more gray you got, the more experience you got. What have you been branding? Now offer that to people who follow that brand. And the money's gonna come, you know. Just be open to giving that to them and trade in for it or whatever. You know, you can only tell the person, oh no, it's free, man, so much before they just come at you with money anyway. That's the nature of the exchange. So anyway, all right. As I go by a bunch of names, my real name is Jose, but I go by King Leal, Don Joey. I'm putting out a bunch of raps called under Don Joey right now because I think that's kind of fly. Before that, King Leal, One Life to Live. That's my best work, original piano song. Music, I wrote the music 10 years ago, over 20 years ago. Sounds really good today though. Okay, more from me later. Check me out on Triller. Don Joey 971-800-0528. Text, voicemail, whatever, reach out to me. Yeah, loyalpnw@icloud.com. Use the phone number, it's easier to 971-800-0528. Joey, Don Joey, you feel me? Rap, pot, and girls.